Welcome to the Marketing Revolution Podcast. This is the underground movement of savage marketers from all over the world. We are not Fortune 500 companies. We are real entrepreneurs with real businesses that have one major thing in mind: to set goals and devour them daily. Because we understand everyone wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. Now let's get this revolution started. Hey, what's up, everybody? John Hiley here with the Marketing Revolution Podcast and the Marketing Savage Facebook group. Hope you guys are having an amazing day today. I just want to touch base and kind of let everybody know the adventures that have been unfolding in our lives over this last weekend. We are actually, it is Wednesday at 5:52 p.m. I am recording this podcast. We finally got all of our equipment set up. We're currently in an Airbnb for the first month. So it is a house over here in Frisco, Texas. And we just got all of our equipment, all of the podcasting stuff, all of the computers set up, and we're actually using the dining room table. So we got a kitchen table, kind of like a little breakfast nook inside of the kitchen. And we're actually, we took over the dining room table. The podcast setup is set up. So you're going to see me dropping quite a few more podcasts over the next month. Super excited about this. As you guys know, this has been a big deal for us. Not only did we sell our home, but we moved like our entire family across country. And we got the dogs here without a huge problem. And me and the wife, we're definitely going to have an episode here very soon. So I can have her help elaborate on all that kind of stuff. In fact, she's over in the other room listening to me right now because we're doing we're actually working out of the Airbnb that we're living in for the time being because we're going to be moving into a new house, but then we're also looking for some office space down here. So incredible adventures, my friends. But tomorrow, Thursday, I'm going to speak to Apex 2. And that is Apex Entrepreneurs, so that's going to be a pretty cool adventure. And they've got me speaking about funnels. So it's nice to be welcomed into Texas, not only with open arms by all the people that we know down here, but also to be welcomed in with my very first speaking gig right when we get here. Man, that's going to be fun, super excited. I'm ready to get down and drop some fire for the Apex Entrepreneurs tomorrow. I think they got a 2-day event going on, and then they also got like an Apex Entourage event coming in like a couple months or a month and a half or something like that. So we are getting prepped. We're getting prepped and getting ready for all the awesome things that are happening down here. Ended up going out this morning. We found the gym, got my swole on early on, so not only did we find a gym down here that's awesome, it's actually it's called like it's the Dallas Cowboys training center, but it's like the gym at the Star, and it's a beautiful gym. Got a rooftop pool, pretty cool place, tons of equipment, awesome space. But not only did we get settled in with this badass gym down here, also got hooked up with my boy Ryan Stuman, who introduced me to Icon Meals. Well, in fact, not only Ryan, but Drew B, who's been on our podcast, Thomas, who's been on our podcast, like all of them are eating these Icon Meals. And back home, we used to order a food called Clean Eats, or order meals called Clean Eats, and they kind of came frozen, right? So you had to like put them in the microwave 3.5, 4 minutes. But they were very like, I guess, naturally cooked, and ingredients were very good for you and all this kind of stuff. But we get down here and we end up getting the Clean Eats, the Icon Meals, and they're almost like vacuum sealed, but you just put them in your refrigerator. So you pull them out, put them in for 1.5 minutes, and bam, your meal's ready to go. What I found with that is that not only does it taste better because it has never been frozen, but it's much quicker, and man, they are freaking incredible. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this is one of the very first priorities I wanted to make here was self-care and health, because I know how much that affects every other area of my life. So I wanted to, like, number one is to be sure that during this move that I didn't lose the gains that I got, back home. Some of you guys who have listened to some of the previous episodes know that I've been working out with a bodybuilder for the last 3 months, probably 2-3 months, something like that. And man, I just feel like he's taken me, so far. I do believe that, and in fact, I know, I'm just going to fess up and admit that I have not been following his diet the way that I should. Haven't been eating incredibly terrible, but I haven't been eating incredibly good. But that changes when today and now. So once we moved to Texas, I've totally cleaned up the way that I eat. Even we went out to, it's called, what's the name of that restaurant? D Lincoln Prime. We went to D Lincoln Prime yesterday, and any of you guys who live in the Frisco area, you guys know what's up with D Lincoln Prime. Freaking incredible food. And I even kept it good in there, man. I literally ate a salad. I ate a 12-ounce filet, which is a big-ass filet, and ended up eating asparagus. But but here's the deal. I am always like every area of your life is going to impact the other areas, right? Every area of your life is going to impact these other areas. So that's a part of my life that I'm not willing to sacrifice because, and in fact, I'm going to use this as a catalyst to make it better. And some of you guys who have made moves like this, I've made several moves like this in my life. I always use it as a catapult to kind of like step into the things that I envision for my future, right? So ultimately it's about writing down and figuring out exactly what it is, the exact life that you want, and then get to work on building that fucking shit. Like, that's the bottom line. You got to figure out what life it is that you want and get to fucking work on building that motherfucking shit. And if you don't do that, I don't give a fuck how hard you work, you're still a lazy bitch. You are still a lazy bitch. If you don't sit and take the time to craft the fucking life that you want and actually implement it and start working on it, you are being a lazy bitch. You are avoiding the one thing that you were put here on this earth to do. The one thing that you were put here on this earth to do, you are avoiding it. And, I always say that hard work, like actual physical work, is typically the easiest work. And I know because, man, I'm a fucking hard worker. Like, I like hard work. I like going out and doing shit that's hard. I like lifting shit that's hard. I like working on cars. I like pulling things off and putting them on. But it's, look, man. It gets to a certain point that's like mindless work. It's a way, it kind of like numbs your mind, right, whenever you're doing it. When it comes to actually thinking, cultivating, creating discipline in other areas of your life, things like that, that is the shit that will take you to the next level. It's just like when you're in the gym, right? It's always the last few reps that you do not think that you can get. The last few reps that you do not think you can get that are going to make you grow, that are going to make you expand, that are going to make you bigger. And in your business life, in any areas of your life, it's always that little bit of extra that you put in, right? It's that little bit of extra that you put in consistently on a daily basis. And what I mean when it comes to business, just like building your muscle, I mean actually building the business, not working in the business, but working on the business, okay? So if you do that, you do them extra reps every day, them extra sets every day, within a year, you won't even fucking recognize how far you've came along. But that's the hard work, my friends, because it takes consecutive thought, it takes work, it takes you getting out of your comfort zone, and people are all good and dandy to go out there and do what they do best. But the moment they step out of their comfort zone, that's when they want to just jump back in. But that, my friends, is where the expansion, that's where the growth happens, is outside of that comfort zone. Again, just like lifting weights in the gym, the moment that you can't push it anymore and you rep out 2 or 3, that's out of your comfort zone, my friends. You're screaming, you're squalling, your muscles are telling you, no, we can't do this. But no, you fucking continue to push through. You knock that shit out, and guess what? Next week, you're bigger, you're stronger, you're better. Same thing with your business. Same thing with any area of your life. It's that extra shit that you do. It's that extra mile that you fucking put in. So anyhow, y'all, I appreciate you guys for coming along on this Marketing Revolution podcast. And as usual, I'm going to see you on that next one.